Hello, you lovely people. This is me, the Bombay Chef Varun Inamdar, and welcome to Get Curried. Well, today's recipe is a classic pulimunchi. Well, when I say classic, the recipe is a classic, but the twist to that is my own. This recipe is drumstick pulimunchi. Well, surprised? Don't be. Let's begin. Well, it's a classic recipe, pulimunchi from Tulunada. Puli means, of course, tamarind. Munchi means spice or red chilies. It's a combination of something that is spicy, something that's tangy. Now, don't be actually overloaded because, of course, a lot of ingredients go in making the pulimunchi spice mix. There's a whole set of dry spices that need to be broiled and kept ready. There's a red paste which is going to be made with onions and garlic and ginger and lots of chilies and tamarind. There's also a tempering, which is onions and garlic and ginger and chilies and things like that. And eventually, there's also a second tempering with coconut and garlic. Well, lots of things here and there, but trust me when I say I'm going to simplify it like never before. Let's begin with broiling the spices, beginning with black peppercorns. Moving on, coriander seeds, carom seeds, ajwain, cumin seeds, and finally, last but not the least, fenugreek seeds. Moving on to red chilies, just ensure that the stalk is removed and the chilies broken into rough pieces like so. Let's dry roast these spices till they're wonderfully fragrant. Let's transfer this into the blender jar. And of course, we need to allow this to cool down completely before grinding this. Our powder is done and ready. Let's add in a couple of more ingredients to this. Let's begin with roughly cut red onions. Moving on to ginger and garlic, turmeric powder, and lastly, tamarind pulp. Let's cover this and run this into a paste. With this, our pulimunchi spice mix is done and ready. Let's begin with regular oil. If you want to begin with coconut oil, that's also absolutely perfect. Let's begin with curry leaves and immediately add in chopped red onions. I prefer these roughly cut because that adds in to that wonderful bite in, of course, pulimunchi. Let's add in juliennes of ginger, and along with this, slit green chilies. Saute this, and let's add in the spice mix. Into this, let's add in water to ensure that nothing gets wasted. A cupful of water more. Let's add in peeled and washed drumstick. Let's add in salt as required. And after this, we allow the drumsticks to cook. This will take not more than 7 to 8 minutes on medium flame. With this, our drumstick pulimunchi is done and ready. Let's have a quick check. Of course, just about perfect. Maybe just another touch of salt. And one very important thing that's actually missing in this, and that is the second tempering, for which I, of course, need another pan. And to this, I'm adding in coconut oil. Let's add in some crushed garlic and ensure this turns nice and golden brown in color. With this, pulimunchi is done and ready. Not just any pulimunchi, drumstick pulimunchi. Make this for your family, make this for your friends. Surprise them at the dinner table. Serve this with maybe a bowl of steamed rice, a set dosa, or lots of neer dosas. Bye for now.